we are focusing on outcomes and not activities. We're not thinking about, hey, I'm going to go, train a bunch of people and cross my fingers and hope that a transforming organization comes out of it. For each one of these outcomes, for all of the base camps, there are success criteria. We have things that we believe that will give us measurable improvement. And as we start to measure those things, talking about doing a baseline measurement before we start, measuring along the way, being able to show business value improvement, being able to show that trustworthy system coming into play, being able to measure that the system of delivery is performing the way that we need to, and being able to measure whether or not the transformation is going the way that we want to. I like to talk about the outcomes in terms of a baking analogy. So we think about baking, each one of those outcomes can be a different thing that we're baking. So let's talk about form teams. I'm bringing together the ingredients for form teams. I'm forming my stable, dedicated teams. I'm making sure that the people understand their roles and responsibilities on those teams. I pull together all of those ingredients, I'm following the recipe, and then I'm gonna put that into the oven. Got it all baking. Now I'm not gonna wait until that cake comes out of the oven for me to go now start working on my next outcome. I've now got to go make the establish the flow of work brownies. Again, I'm gonna pull together my ingredients. I'm gonna make sure that people understand the governance model, that the governance model is reflected in your Agile lifecycle management tool. Pull all of those things together, put the brownies in the oven, and I'm gonna move on to the make and meet commitment cookies. I'm gonna keep baking more and more things as I go through this, and I'm gonna trust that when my cake comes out of the oven, my form team's cake comes out of the oven, that I'm going to have met those success criteria. Let's say people didn't really understand the roles and responsibilities. Well, I'm not gonna give up and start over. I'm going to try to figure out what I need to do differently. I'm going to adjust my coaching plan, adjust whatever it is that I need to do to make sure that that cake is everything that everyone wants it to be. And by the time we get to the end of all of these outcomes, I should be able to start seeing the value that's coming out of the earlier outcomes. And you should be able to see that measurable progress through things like the assessments that we do with our teams, and be able to see that they are meeting those success criteria as we move forward.